Okay, so we're about to dive into a story that comes straight from the heart of a telecom exchange. This is a chilling first-person account of a single phone call, a call that, by every single technical and logical rule we have, should never, ever have been possible.
Our storyteller is a night shift worker named Salman. And, this quote just immediately drops you right into his world. It's an incredibly isolated one. Just picture it. You're all alone, surrounded by the constant low hum of machinery where every little unexpected noise feels 10 times louder. That's the world we're stepping into.
So, to really understand what's about to happen, you need a little bit of context. Salman's an experienced telecom guy. His night shift is usually quiet, totally predictable. But lately, that quiet was marked by something specific: the recent death of a local woman named Kaniz Fatima.
Now listen up, because this part is absolutely crucial. Kaniz Fatima was someone Salman actually knew, at least professionally. He'd been out to her house many times to work on her faulty landline. She had passed away just 3 days before our story begins, and he had even gone to her funeral. But here's the most important piece of the puzzle, from a technical standpoint. Her phone line was officially disconnected. Logged in the system, it was dead. So it's in this heavy silence, with the absolute certainty of a dead line, that the impossible happens. The entire routine of the night is about to be completely shattered. At exactly 2:17 in the morning, Salman's console just lights up. He said the sight of the number made his whole body go cold. It was her number, the one logged as disconnected, inactive, the one that's impossible to call from. So what's his first rational thought? It's gotta be a system glitch, right? I mean, our world is built on the idea that technology, even when it messes up, still follows certain rules.
Well, protocol is protocol, so he answers the call. After a bit of static, he hears her voice asking him to fix the line. He tells her, "Ma'am, this number is disconnected." And her reply, this is what shifts the whole thing from a simple glitch to something deeply, deeply unsettling. She just calmly says, the signal is very weak where she was. And then, the line goes dead. Now, a normal person might be terrified, but Salman is a technician. So his first instinct is to find a logical reason for this. He immediately turns to the system logs, trying to trace the call and figure out how in the world a dead line could make an outgoing call. And this right here just perfectly illustrates the problem. A normal call, it routes through an active, powered line, and it leaves a data trail. This call? Nothing. The system showed it came from a junction box out in the graveyard sector, a junction that had no power, no connection, and hadn't been active for years. So the key takeaway here is this wasn't just a glitch, it was physically impossible. It's one of those moments that just shatters the trust we have in our systems, the trust that they operate within the known laws of physics. And just as that technical impossibility is really sinking in for him, the whole situation escalates. The phone rings again. This is where things go from confusing to truly terrifying. At 2:41 a.m., she calls again, but this time, her voice is different. She says it's very dark, that she can hear voices above her. When Salman asks where she is, she gives him an answer that triggers this horrible memory. I am where we had left her. Then, just before dawn, the final call comes in. Her voice is weak, it's fading. She says breathing feels heavy, and just pleads for someone to hurry. Her words, where we had left her, it's like they sparked something in Salman's memory. A little detail from the funeral that he had totally dismissed. There was some confusion that day, right? 2 burials happening at the same time, names that were kind of similar, rushed paperwork. Nobody stopped to question it. And now, a chilling, horrible possibility begins to dawn on him. That final call, combined with this dawning memory, it's just too much. What happens next is a series of quiet, grim confirmations that his absolute worst fears were real. He just can't continue. He resigns from his job the very next morning. A couple of days later, word starts to quietly spread through the neighborhood about a clerical error in the cemetery. And this rumor eventually leads to the authorities taking the very drastic step of reopening the grave for verification. And here it is, the awful truth. The clerical error was real. Kaniz Fatima had been buried in the wrong grave because of mismatched paper. And when they opened the coffin, they found scratch marks on the inside of the lid. The calls weren't from the afterlife, they were from the grave. The entire matter was then completely hushed up, closed with no official statement. So the truth is out, but the story doesn't really end there. An event like this, it doesn't just go away, it leaves an echo, a permanent mark on the place and on the people who were involved.
Her line is, of course, still officially disconnected. But according to Salmon, sometimes late at night, a single phantom ring echoes through the exchange. There's no caller ID, no data, no record, just a ghost in the machine, a chilling reminder of the calls he answered.
This whole account just leaves us with a deeply unsettling thought. We're surrounded by all this technology that we trust to be logical and predictable. But Salman's story, it really forces us to ask, what if some calls, no matter how impossible they might seem, are not meant to be ignored?